both. With
Hey,
how are you? Okay.
I am very well. How are you?
Good. Good.
Nice to
Yes.
be back.
Oh yes, it's nice to be back, isn't it? Really good.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's nice. I tell you what. I want to show a video. It's about somebody I really know. She's just next to me on the video. While she, while she's trying to get us onto Facebook, I'm going to show you a video of Maryam. Here we go.
I'm glad you're laughing. It does
Tell me about.
terrify some people.
Tell me about the video.
So this was for a show called Domestic, and the link for the website and the channel that they basically do this regularly. I think every month or every other month. I might be mistaken, but there's a group, always group of performance artists, and it's all done on Zoom. And I think it's been going on since the lockdown, and it's been really wonderful to be part of it. So it, it was over an hour of performances and about 10, 12 performers. So everybody had about, like, I don't know, less than 10 minutes or so. So yeah, it was very different. Everybody were doing it from their home, and quite a mixture of different performances. And it's organized by Hub and organized by Word of Warning, and produced by Hub. And it's a very exciting platform, especially these days that it's not really that well, yeah, performance and theater and acting and all the like art is really um,
But
the,
Miriam, people will ask why.
yeah. Well, I was just basically just telling you about the platform and the reason,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what the event was.
yeah.
So I always really liked to do this. Like this was basically my party trick of making beard with my hair or making mustache. It's just something quite silly that I like doing as a party trick. And I recorded it once. There was around 2012. There was a chance for me to do like a very short performance in like a cabaret show, and I felt like I wanted to play with this idea of making a beard with my hair. Just play with it because it was really entertaining, and every time I did it people found it really funny because the beard I can make with my hair is it can be very convincing. Like if you're not aware you think it's an actual real beard. So
Yeah, yeah.
so this
Well,
was for complete entertainment, but there's so many different layers of surfacing the more I do this. And it feels like a transformation, and it feels like when I put the beard on, especially when I do it as a performance, it really feels like I am accessing there is a caveman inside me. It really feels like I'm allowing that part of me, which is really not seen, to surface. And I think we all have a caveman inside of us. So it's a matter of pulling that aspect out of the cave and showing it and letting it to be a little playful. And I just like it. I noticed every time I did it, it made people laugh.
I think
So
it's
I thought
funny. I
it
think
would be
it's
a funny thing to do, but it also shocks people, and I love that effect as well. The confusion is something I enjoy, a lot. I love to be confused when I see a work of art, and I really love to confuse people. So it's just
Well, that
playing
is a
with
work.
lots of different things.
Well, that was a work of art. But when I first saw it, I thought, when you take your fingers off and all, I thought, oh please, she's not going to strip, is she? Please,
Well, it
you know.
is a kind of, not that there is anything wrong with that. Not that there's
No,
anything
no,
wrong with
not
that.
at all.
But
Not at
I
all.
feel I don't need to do that. I don't feel I need to express myself in that way. But
Yeah,
I it is a kind of stripping because it is a hidden aspect. If you
yeah,
see it as part of me,
yeah,
it is
yeah,
basically taking layers off and pulling a part out that
yeah, yeah,
been in a
yeah,
cave for a long time, clearly.
yeah, yeah. And then you went back into it
That's
afterwards.
what happens, I think, to people in lockdown
I thought, please,
when you
I
cannot be
thought,
groomed. This is what you turn into.
I thought, please, please don't strip off.
No, no, I want. I never
Sorry,
say never, but no, that it was a different kind of layer, like strip.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you were getting at, and I know the meaning behind it. And I thought it was good. It's a good way of doing it. And
It usually makes people smile or just what?
I guess I was what?
Why?
Who is this weirdo? What?
What the hell is weirdo? Is exactly yes, yes. It's
Yeah, yeah. Sorry,
I
but
identify with that very much so, and
yeah.
I enjoy that very much.
Anyway, you are going to do some painting, aren't you?
I am. I am.
Yeah.
And I I just put on Instagram like the just to my setup, just a little clip of my setup because it's so chaotic, and I love that. So I haven't done. I'm hoping it's gonna work. I had this other screen to see, make sure that I'm positioning the camera properly.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come off and make a bigger screen.
Yeah,
All right. So I'm just, if you need me, I'll be, on the side somewhere.
sure.
Um,
Shall I say a little?
yeah. What
Shall
you're
I give
going
you
to
some?
do? Yeah.
So I prepared the surface. Now I'm going to reposition the the camera slash phone. So it might be a little jittery and you might hear a funny sound. It's the I'm using a magnifying glass
Ah,
slash
right.
light as my tripod. It's basically um you I use elastic band to attach it. So it's the elastic band technology. Hopefully it will work. It seems to be working. So
Okay.
let me make sure that I'm not creating much shadows. So far seem to be okay. That's my hair.
And
That's
if you
just
and if you hear a ding, that's my
sorry.
tr- if you hear a ding, if you hear a ding,
That's the elastic bands.
yeah, it's got off my trousers.
Hold on. Get in there. Bear with me. Little adjustments. Okay. It's not going to be perfect, but you can. Let me see how much of the surface is like visible. So
Okay.
basically, this is just handmade paper, really lovely paper. It's really wonderful. It's got a very nice texture. I've created some background color, so a little bit of so that we're not starting from the white blank paper because it's so intimidating to start with that, and it's just
Okay.
nice to have a little bit of background. So this is some acrylic paint,
Right.
and
Okay.
the way I usually work is I create the background or maybe just use some lines and then allow the background texture or the lines to inspire some imagery. So I start seeing images in the existing patterns. And I wonder if you can see anything. Can you see any kind of patterns? Is it visible
Uh,
that you can make anything out of?
a,
Sorry, I'm still fiddling around with it.
a swan, probably.
Oh, a swan. Oh, okay. I may not see the same swan, but I am going to start drawing a swan. And forgive me if it doesn't really look like a swan. I can't remember on top of my head.
Okay.
It might be a generic bird.
How long have you been painting for then?
Well, since I was very young, I really, really enjoyed um, keeping myself busy and drawing every time I was bored. So since I remember, I just loved to draw stuff. And since my early 20s, I was, I think, professionally painting
All
after
right.
finishing the unis. I mean, at the end of the uni, I was already exhibiting, so I would say I started mid-uni.
So, so are
So
you a
it's,
profession? Are you a profession? Are you like a professional painter now then?
yes, I am, as well as other things. I mean, I've been exhibiting for over 2 decades now, and doing different kind of commissions and
All right.
workshops and lots of exhibitions. And my style have been just gradually changing quite a lot when I compare my works, my early works, and how it changes every time. I'm going to give the crown a bit, give this one, sorry, a bit of crown because I think it will look cute with the crown. So I've been using different materials, and every time I change material, of course, the style changes quite a bit.
So how long have you been? So what do you usually draw then? What do you usually do?
Well, I there was a time I really loved to do lots of self-portraits. I still do that. So my character kind of turns up in a lot of works. I really enjoy doing imaginative kind of work. So I rarely do things that look exactly like a specific person or a landscape or things that are, I don't necessarily do things that look like real life. I mean, this swan doesn't really look like a swan. It's probably got a very short neck, but it's okay. It's not, it's a version of a swan. So they're all in a way they're like illustrations or
Yeah, yeah.
they're really my work is I need to have fun when I'm working, so it's really I need to keep that excitement going. And I used to be such a perfectionist and everything had to be a certain way, and now I'm quite happy with allowing mistakes to exist. So I love doing this playful thing of finding imagery with existing patterns. It's like a little hide and seek with the images. And sometimes I kind of go for something for example, I want to do a specific, even somebody's portrait or a certain topic. I still like to find it in this way. Like I feel even the image that I'm looking for, if I want to do even a specific commission, this is how I like to do it, rather than design it from a scratch. It's like a collaboration. So would you like to give me another topic? So we have a kind of a swanish.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. What else we got?
It could be anything. It doesn't have to make much sense.
I don't know. Um,
Name an object.
an object.
Yes.
Uh, ooh. Oh, I don't know. Let's have a sailing boat.
A sailing boat. Okay. Let me see. Where would be good? And I don't want to go too far away from this one. Well, we can have
A sail,
both.
a sailing
Mm,
boat going by a swan or something. Okay?
okay. Maybe here's a good place for a boat.
I'm testing you, ain't I?
Just checking to make sure I'm still in the right place. Yeah. I'm not going off camera, am I?
Nope, you're still there. the first time I tried this, and it's really good.
Good. I'm glad. This is the first time I've tried. I'm trying it this way because last time I had it attached to the wall.
Sorry about the phone now.
Not to worry. I like it. I like the phone actually. You went really. Do you realize that the phone was singing with my tune when I was doing the perform when we were showing the performance?
Yeah.
It kind of goes. It's a similar tune I was singing.
Is that
Like,
what was you singing, by the way?
oh, I was just improvising really.
Oh, right,
It
okay.
wasn't anything. I just allowed. Sometimes I like to just hum and do a little singing, but it doesn't necessarily is based on anything. I just allow whatever wants to come through.
Yeah. So, who have you commissioned work for then?
Well, I've done a lot of work with National Trust and Museum of London, and so the for example with National Trust, there was a couple of projects. One was with schools, and the other one was at the museum in Hackney. I'm trying to remember the name. I'm terrible with remembering the names of places and the specific details of the works I've done. But it was the museum in Hackney, which is an old house.
All right.
Um, it will come to me. Uh, but basically, we created a piece of. So it's not always the visual necessarily, visual works. It's also craft and textile, and we created a woven house
All right.
with a group of different refugee groups that were connected to that center. So and it was displayed in there for a couple of months and during the refugee week. That was about 4 years ago. And then with the National Trust, for example, there were projects with schools and all to do around eating green and encouraging seasonal use of seasonal, consuming seasonal vegetables. And this is something we did with schools, doing workshops and getting them to identify the vegetables and draw them. And then I created a collective work from everybody, all the works that were created in the different workshops. So things like that. They're usually around creating collective works,
All right. Yeah.
which are produced by the community or different school groups, and it's around a theme. So there's always an educational side to it. And I love doing works like that, that you basically inspire a group of people or just enable a group of people, especially when they're not really into doing some, it's not necessarily their line of work or they're not used to creating. That's my favorite kind of project, that you inspire a group of people to basically just create and put everything together. So I love weaving things together,
Yeah.
metaphorically and literally. So you're just getting different pieces together and creating a collective work.
What's the best thing you ever done then?
The best thing. Oh, one of the most enjoyable things I did recently. I can't necessarily say the best,
Sorry.
but I enjoyed a lot. It was we created a wall during the Trump visit. That was last year, I think. Well, not last year. It was 2019. Um, and we there was a wall, and it was a wall of welcome instead of the wall of divide that he wanted to create. So we had people writing messages of welcome to for refugees, and we did it on South Bank. So I did this the graffiti in the middle that says
Mhm.
"Welcome, not walls," and it was a campaign. It was a Ben and Jerry's campaign, uh, and that was really fun because we got so many different people to write on the wall, and it was yeah, it was great fun, and it was really really dynamic and very high energy.
You got some messages here. Here we go.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
No, 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 I can't because my screen is.
All right.
Um,
Sorry. Yeah.
can you see it?
Yeah. Yeah. You got a couple of messages from Mohammed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's saying excellent work.
Oh, thank you, Mohammed. That's
Yeah.
sweet.
proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
And Cheryl says the swan looks bigger than the boat.
Well, it's just a perspective. Or maybe it is a
Perspective.
giant swan.
Yeah, it's coming to attack us.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know yet. Yeah, yes, yeah. So
What
if
else shall I do in there?
what else
I
shall
mean,
we do?
I mean, if anybody wants to suggest anything in the chat, if anybody's got any
Yeah,
requests
anybody
of.
in the chat wants to suggest anything? You know, I'm sure people will come up in a minute and say that, say things.
I will do my best to achieve.
Yeah. Yes. Donald Trump.
You
Can
want
you
Donald
draw?
Trump in there?
No, I wasn't
No,
joking.
like I don't want to draw Donald Trump.
Sorry.
I said, like, I don't want to really draw Donald Trump.
I got somebody here that said, "Can you draw an eagle?"
Okay, Eagle, I can try, certainly. Whether it's if whether it's a convincing eagle, I don't know. Oh, look, I see somebody here. Can you see this far?
Oh yeah. So is that what you do then? You put a canvas down, and then you
So
look
this is
at.
just a paper. So I've just put some patches of color around, really. Just some
All right.
water.
When I was at school, I used to learn perspective. Like
Yes.
as I was
Oh, I
saying
remember you
before.
mentioned that last time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, doing houses and stuff. And
Yeah, no, perspective is great fun. I was good at perspective as well. I don't know
I
whether
was.
it probably doesn't show, but because most things, my perspectives are all really mixed, and it doesn't really have. It has you get a mixture of perspectives.
Yeah.
As
What's
I
the
said,
word?
I like to confuse people.
What's the um? What's the oddest thing that you ever grew then?
The oddest thing I can easily answer that. Actually, I thought it would be a difficult question. I did a painting. I was doing a series of self portraits, and that was in 2010, I think. And again, I was doing the same technique of doing random lines, and then in those random lines, just finding the image. And the image I found, I started drawing because I first I saw a lady, like a figure of a lady in hijab, in like Islamic cover. So I started outlining that, and then the cover came down. And it looked like it had a it looked like somebody praying. It was like somebody basically um yeah, in a prayer position, like seated prayer position. And suddenly it came all the way to the end, and it turned into a flying saucer. And I was very confused. I confused myself basically, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to keep the image. And I was thinking that this really doesn't make any sense. And it was very close. I was about to just paint over it and basically do another sketch. And suddenly my flatmate came. I was in the kitchen at the time. My flatmate came and he started laughing and said, "That looks just amazing. That is so funny." And if he hadn't done that, I probably would have done something else because it was so strange. And that is actually one of my favorite works. And I still have to do some more. So I started doing these figures so that ended up being a painting of three figures of ladies in Islamic hijab, Iranian kind of cover,
Mm,
because we have these kind of there's a style that usually ladies wear indoors,
mm.
and they have a lot of patterns on the fabric, and it can be they're very beautiful, but usually wouldn't wear that outside necessarily.
Okay.
So yeah, I did those, and they all ended up being I called them motherships because they were like UFOs. It was a mixture of a Muslim lady and a UFO, and I
Yeah.
still don't know what it means if you try to. but
Who's your
but I really enjoyed creating it.
Who's your inspiration then?
Everything and everyone, not necessarily painters. I'm inspired by movies quite a lot and stories and just life in general, just every little. I'm interested in lots of things. I
Right.
basically would love to just, I always watch videos about different analysis, symbolisms. I love religions. I love all different kind of cultures, like everything. I'm a little obsessed with things in general. Like, and it could be different. So it could be, I might be obsessed with alchemy for a bit, and I would like to watch everything about alchemy. Not that it all sinks in, though, I have to say. And then I get really obsessed about psychology, different topics in psychology, and then I get really interested in, I don't know, use of symbolisms in media, and then want to find out about analysis of certain movies. So it just jump from different topics, and they all basically appear in my work. And I used to live on a boat as well for about 4 or 5 years, and I had a whole life on water. There was a phase that I was very connected to water, so that was also a big source of inspiration.
Yeah.
So that is kind of an eagle.
Okay.
I know that some can argue that it doesn't really look, but maybe it's a very young one.
Well, we can give you that. We'll give you that.
Anything else?
Anybody else got any ideas? Let me know, and we can. Um,
I'm just saying flowers because flowers are nice.
what flowers in the sea?
Well, I mean, why not? We have so many things on the sea.
Yeah, could be
But it
this.
could be that, it could be that this might be an island, with a very
Yeah.
lush land. Who
Can you make
knows?
Can you make it into an island?
No, I can. I certainly can.
Yeah.
No problem. Here we go.
Okay.
Can you see this far?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just seeing this giant tree, so I'm just
Yeah. Okay. You carry on. I'm just amazed
saying
by
this.
it. Mohammed said, "Good painting work."
Oh, thank you, Mohammed. Do you have any more, Mohammed? Do you want any other specific thing for me to find in this island?
Yeah. Stick some trees on there. Um, what made you go into this
Into art
into
in general?
yeah.
Well, I always liked art. As as I said, I always loved to draw since I was very young and since I could remember. So it was just, and my mom encouraged me because there was a moment that I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do art, and because it came so easily to me, I thought maybe I have to do something more complicated. And she was like, "No, you're good at this. Why don't you and you enjoy it? Let's go ahead
Mm,
and study this." So I went for graphic design, and yeah, it just really felt like the right thing to do because I think really it's important to follow what you enjoy, and I could do this forever. Like I could just work on something, a visual project for a very long time. I had a lot more patience when I was younger. Now I don't have that much
yeah.
patience, to be honest. But maybe it's because I just enjoy too many things. I really like acting and performance, and I love um, doing a lot of different kind of projects, and so I'm just interested in too many things, I guess.
Yeah. Mohammed said, "Would it be possible if you can draw a parrot?"
A parrot. We have a whole bird sanctuary here, haven't we, guys? Sure, certainly I can do. We can. I can certainly do a parrot. Let me find a nice place for the parrot. I think maybe a parrot here. Now, what kind of a parrot do we want? I love parrots.
we
Yeah, let me
used
see
to
if I can make.
we used to have a talking parrot, one of those talking parrots.
Yeah, oh, they're great. They're very funny.
Yeah. Does your boyfriend draw as well?
He does a bit, yes. But kind of he's very into geometrical style or different kind of designs. He does a lot of I mean, he hasn't done it for some time because he's focusing mostly on his music.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say it's his first thing, but he's very good at it when he does, especially with designing patterns and patches. And he does really interesting animation with very glitchy kind of style of work, very pixelated and glitchy. I really, really like the designs. And some of his music videos, he does it for his as his music videos, he uses those glitch arts that he does.
Yeah. Mohammed said, can he have a green parrot?
A green parrot. Well, I might be a little limited with coloring them. Um, but what if I give this parrot? It's a kind of a parrot, isn't it? Like, can we agree that that's a parrot?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Okay, good. I can maybe give the parrot a sign saying that it is a green parrot. Is that the right spelling for parrot, or is it two T?
Two T's.
Okay, you see, I haven't got the rest of the colors out. I just got the keeping it kind of simple. That's why.
This reminds me of a zoo.
It is a kind of, yeah, it is a kind of a zoo here, probably an island zoo.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a cockatoo. More requests.
Any
Otherwise, I
more?
just do flowers.
Any more?
You go ahead, Steve. You give me requests.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just,
It could be anything. Just whatever comes to your mind.
well, I was thinking along the front of these animals. I was thinking about some waves or something. Because you
Well,
got.
we have some waves here. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to even go with any of these guys. You know, like it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to make sense. We
Mm,
can go crazy now.
go crazy.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Mm, I would just do, in front of you. I don't know, bit of that, like, you got the sea there with a boat and land here, with
Yeah.
your
But we
spaceship.
don't have to. We don't have to stick to reality. That's what I'm saying. We could have.
All right.
w-
Okay.
We could have anything here. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't have to
Okay.
be. It doesn't have to be anything belonging to that atmosphere.
Yeah. 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 Well, you're the artist.
No, I like to. I like. I like to. I like to be challenged by. It's much better
Well,
than when somebody
I don't
says,
know.
"Do this,"
Me, I would.
and I can fail at it.
Well, you.
I'm open to that. But oh,
Yeah.
okay, give me an object.
Well, I've got something on here, but I don't want you to put it in. Someone just mentioned from my radios, right? Can you stick in a road? But you,
A road.
yeah,
A crossroad?
No, um like a road, like a road with a wall and someone's looking over it, but that's a bit odd, isn't it?
It's not odd. So you want a road with somebody looking over it. Somebody
Yeah.
looking over it. Like what kind of road?
Um. Well, they're just saying. Hang on a second. What you're saying? Jack said it's like you're looking from on the beach. It's a beach wall, and someone's looking over it and looking down to the animals. Hmm.
Okay.
I don't think you can do that, can you?
I can. I can do that, but I just want to see where would be a good place to do that.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I like to keep it a bit random
yeah.
as
Well,
well.
don't worry about it. That's what someone's saying anyway. So.
No, but I'm putting a wall here. Maybe it's not where you wanted it to be, but it is a wall, and there will be somebody looking at the animals, like it's okay. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Then I got somebody else saying, could you put a swimmer in? Someone
Yes.
swimming.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping for something much weirder.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay.
Something that we don't expect to see there.
Right. Let's have a look at my radio.
But I am going to put a swimmer there. Not, I'm just,
Yeah, yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
make sure
But
I'm.
all right. Oh, here we go. Can you put a submarine, please, in?
I can put a little bit of a submarine in there too. Like, how about if there's like a one of these is sticking out?
You, it says that you're kind of like asking for weird things, so we thought.
I am, yes. Submarine is not weird. It belongs to the sea.
All right. All right. Come on.
Okay, I'm just putting a little bit of a submarine, and we might see the rest of it somewhere. But the
Yeah.
swimmer,
Yeah.
the swimmer, the swimmer. Where shall we have the swimmer?
And I got somebody else who said, "Can you draw a crab, please?"
A crab. Guys, you were really sticking to the actual real life events, which is fine. I'm just encouraging you to go out of
What
that
barmy?
comfort zone.
Oh,
Now let me see. Where do I want this swimmer? Where would be a good place for a swimmer? Hmm. I'm very drawn to have it. I really want to have it around here somewhere, but maybe that's not the right place.
yeah.
Let me see where the swimmer is.
Mohammed says, "Would you draw your own image?"
Yeah, you want me to put myself in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
Yes.
I will put myself in there. I will appear. I will definitely do a cameo in there somewhere.
That's what Mohammed said.
Yeah, Maya will have a cameo. Does the swimmer have to swim?
No, 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 no. Probably lying on the beach or something.
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe I think that probably is.
Yes, because we ain't got no room, have we? Really?
Yeah, it just becomes a little. We have a lot of space in this side, so I think.
All right. Okay. He could be on his deck chair or something, couldn't it, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where I can see it because I think I can see something around here, something around here. Where are you, swimmer? Why are you hiding from me? Where are you? Hmm, I see some. Is this too far? Can you see this far?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I've got a question here for you. Do you ever do
Yeah.
do you ever do live drawings?
Yes. I mean, I rarely do that, but I do it sometimes. But I do prefer things that I prefer doing it this way, imaginary and not necessarily trying to get it right.
Right. Okay.
But I do
No,
enjoy it when I do live drawing. I do enjoy it.
I think they're on
Um,
about people. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I do that sometimes. The swimmer is having an ice cream.
Oh yeah. Looks like an ice cream too, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I find life drawing really tires me. I'm getting very impatient unless it's very short poses and um, I can just quickly get it done because I'm just impatient, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you always been impatient?
No, I was well, in, I think I had a lot more patience when I was a kid. I would spend, yeah, I could spend ages doing whatever, playing or reading or drawing. I would spend a lot longer. But if I didn't like something, I would be very impatient. I get bored very quickly. I was terrible at school.
Yeah. So was I. Yeah.
I really didn't enjoy it.
I
I
never
mean,
passed.
I kind of did because I managed to basically find my way around it, meaning that I figured out that the best way for me to study was to um, just do everything else first. And then when there was no more, when I had no choice, then I would study. So I would, during the day, I would just do everything that was enjoyable. And then when it got to midnight, that's when I started doing homeworks. And I'm glad I studied that way because I didn't need any of those things. I mean, now those topics, I really enjoy learning about everything, but the school, no, I didn't enjoy doing it then. We have a very strange leg here, completely out of proportion.
That fits in well, doesn't it?
Stays a swimmer, I guess.
Yeah. That fits in really well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It
it
does, though,
definitely
doesn't it?
works. I have to put myself in there now.
Yeah. The trouble is, though, that swan has got to watch out for that bloke,
Yeah,
or is it a bloke?
I'll be careful with this green parrot.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't trust this. If a green parrot needs a sign saying he's a green parrot,
You
something's
know,
terribly wrong.
because he's aiming, he's looking at that bloke.
It's like, what? Yes. Definitely, this guy has got his eye on this parrot. There's something quite strange about this parrot. Not sure yet
and
what.
that's and that swan.
Yes, one is the king. I think it's the king.
I think he's.
Definitely. They're going for this swimmer. I would be terrified if I was there with these huge birds.
I'm not trying to be
surrounding me.
rude, but he's got his legs open wide, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, why? Why are you sitting that way? Maybe just sunbathing. You get really weird lines if you don't open your legs. You get very strange. Yeah, if you miss a spot, so when you're tanning, it's important to do it properly. You want to get tanned all over.
Yeah.
Get strange lines. Now, where am I in here? Where am I?
Oh, thank you
I
very much.
guess.
Thank you very much, Praise, for that message. Thank you. That's why we have this. This is why we do it for. Is to kind of like make people happy and kind of help people. And
Yeah, we need to enjoy ourselves. Whatever's
yeah.
fun and
Oh yes.
inspiring. I'm asking for something weird, guys. Give me
Right.
something very strange. So far, none of these things. I mean,
Right. How
they
about
belong to this place.
they belong to this place?
Everything is gonna make sense for them to exist on this island. Now, what
An
would
ice
be the
cream
really
van.
weird thing?
Can you do an ice cream van?
Oh, come on, that I can do. Yes, I will do an ice cream van.
That's what I got here. That's what people are
Okay,
saying.
yeah, sure, I will do an ice cream van, but I want to challenge myself and you a bit more.
Oh, you want to challenge yourself more?
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
an ice cream van is challenging, and it's not a sort of thing I draw. I draw all the time. It will be challenging,
Right. Okay.
but
Okay.
we're
So,
still
so
painting a very believable picture here. I mean, apart from this these guys' proportion,
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
is that strange.
What else can we ask for? Well, yeah, sure.
What was that?
A shark.
Okay, yeah, I will do a shark.
I don't know where you're going to take the shark to, though.
But look, sorry, this is how I'm gonna do the shark.
but
I
but
will
not.
I will have a head of a shark sticking from somewhere else as well,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
just to cover that.
yeah.
Just want to make sure that
I got somebody. I got somebody on here. The Loch Ness monster.
Loch Ness monster, yes, no problem.
No, no, you're alright. Nessie.
Nessie, yes, we'll have Nessie there.
I've been suffering from. Oh, I am so sorry about that, Praise. I hope you get better soon. And thank you for watching. We do help a lot of people. And
Nessie's got
Miriam,
a hat.
yes, Miriam is a lovely person. Yeah,
Oh, you're
we,
sweet. Thank
yeah,
you.
we will,
Thank you for
yeah,
having me.
she will be on again. Yep, yeah, we will get her
Yes, would
back.
love
Don't you
to.
worry.
It's just
Yes,
so nice to come and play.
she's a she's a she's going to be a regular from now on. Yeah.
Would love to. It would be
Yeah.
wonderful. I think I have to put all the weird things now. I'm just hoping for weirdness, and so far the
Yeah.
weird thing in there is going to be my face.
Where's your face to? I can't see
It's
your
going to
face
be,
anywhere.
yeah, I'm going to see where am I appearing. Maybe I'm in the ice cream. Maybe I'm hiding in the ice cream van.
Yeah, you're giving out ice creams.
Ice cream.
Ice
Ice
cream.
cream. You scream. We scream for ice cream. No. I'm going to go in there and I'm not sure if I can. I think that's a bit too tiny for it to be big enough for me. Now I'm going to try. I don't know if you can see that that's my hair. You can't really see my face though. I'm hiding. I got sunglasses on. I'm in disguise. I'm hiding. Did I miss it? What? Okay, there is a shark that needs to appear a bit more.
Yes, you need to have a shark.
Okay.
He's after the ice cream.
Just the friends sunbathing.
What, the sharks are bathing?
Yeah, why not?
You put the sharks are bathing.
Yeah, it's not just any shark. It might be an inflatable one.
Like a phone my, my wife said I heard it all now. We're trying to help people with mental illness, not make them mentally ill.
You know, I think let's embrace it.
Yes, yes.
Let's embrace it. That's how I deal with my mental illness.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a crazy is good.
Oh yeah, you've got to be crazy now and again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If the I go insane if I don't allow myself playfulness
Oh, I
and
like a laugh. It's
yeah, and if I
I
don't
always try.
do
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, definitely it's good to be and you know it's a being an artist is a very good cover. It's a very, very good cover. If I was not an artist, I would be labeled many, many things.
mm.
But because I
Is
have
that
this,
because is that because they think you're like a probably refugee or whatever?
no, but well, I'm not a refugee, but uh, well, I come from Iran, so I'm a migrant. But because I had British passport, so I was, you
Yeah.
know, for me it
Well,
was easy.
yeah,
It was still hard, but you know, people
yeah,
that are refugees is so difficult to
yeah,
settle and just to gain your just find your place, you know, even when all the legal part of it is out of the way.
What do you
It's
think
very
about
tough.
that? What do you think that? Because now you've been accepted over here anyway for many years.
Yeah.
What do you think about other people, not people trying to come over in this country and settle?
Well, it's a real big step, and I think it's a very, very difficult one. And nobody, I mean, if you are living somewhere, if you have a comfortable life, and if you have everything in order, you wouldn't want to take steps like this, especially after a certain age. Making big changes like that is so hard. So if you see people doing that, clearly they're it's sometimes they have no other choice, or
Mm,
they're really
mm,
struggling because trust me, being a migrant, just me as a migrant, face so many challenges. Just and imagine if you're a refugee, meaning that there's just far more complications,
mm.
especially in your um, being able to settle and work and integrate. Just
Yeah,
on if it's easy for you to come and everything is legal and easy, that on its own is such a challenge. So
yeah.
for people that are refugees, it's
Do you
so
think
difficult,
do
so
you think
difficult.
that this country makes it easy then?
Well, I'm not in the system to know, but I know that there's so many layers that that people need to go through. So it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. It's quite challenging. So, and it's the procedure, I'm not fully aware of all the steps, but just knowing people that are from refugee background, I know that how challenging it is for them and has been. I know a lot of people that were refugees and
Yeah.
settled. So I know the beginning especially is so hard. And not about just the complications and practicality of things. That's just one thing. Just culturally, if you're coming here and you want to settle, and in order to find your place and in order to really feel that you belong, that on its own takes time. That's very hard.
How long did it take you then?
It took me, let me see, maybe about, I would say something like at least 6 years, 6, 7 years at least. And I could speak English. I had British passport and I had family here, but still, it was really hard.
Yeah, yeah,
And of course, it was the place in my life that um, I was in a place in my life that I was still discovering who I was.
yeah, yeah.
I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So it wasn't just the challenges that being in London put me through. It was the whole identity. I had to figure out everything basically. So
Mm,
there was lots of other challenges involved.
mm.
But it's really difficult. And London especially is a very tough city. If you want
Oh
to come
yeah,
and settle in London, it's a lot harder to settle in London for anyone.
yeah, yeah.
So there was
London.
just many different types of challenges. But
Yeah.
challenges are good, challenges are good. I don't shy away from them. It's really
London has
makes you strong.
London has many cultures and
Very, and I love
yeah,
that about London. It's just layered and complicated, and you go from one corner to another, and even in one area there's so many cultures side by side. It's very
yeah,
interesting,
yeah,
and it depends what you really want to focus on. Whatever you want, you can basically find it in London. That's the wonderful thing about it.
yeah.
It's just endless. I've been here for so long and I still don't know. There's a
Do you
lot
know
I
your
don't know
way?
about London.
Do you know your way around London now?
Oh,
Then?
absolutely, I do, but there are still areas that I don't know very well. But I've always been excited if any work or any occasion brought me to new areas. I really love to explore and get to know different neighborhoods. And yeah, there's loads I don't know. Even in areas that I used to live, like I used to live in Holloway Road for at least 11 years, but there was just so many little things just around the corner from where I lived that I had
Was
no
that in
idea about.
Was that in Fulham? Was it?
Holloway Road, no, it's in Islington,
Oh,
near,
Islington. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, near Highbury, near
Oh yeah,
Camden.
yeah. Football stadium. Yeah, near there. Yeah. We went down that way. We went to a place called Wiggy Wiggle for the television studios. Yeah, in London. What was it called again? Um, can't remember what it called. That was the Ivory.
There's a studio in Camden, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
I think the main thing one of the easiest thing that can really connect people to an area and to other cultures is the food. It's the easiest thing. Food and music, actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, if you,
Saying about that, do you kind of like? Um, what do you prefer, your own food or English food?
oh, I love all kinds of food.
Do you?
I just love food. And yeah, I just really love mixture of all cultures. And even when I cook my own, like recently, I've actually been really focusing on trying to cook some Persian meals because you have to follow a certain guideline and have to have the right ingredients, and it's a little complicated to get it right. And I've been avoiding that for so long because it just sounded so complicated. But now I'm actually learning to cook the my favorite food, and that I haven't had for ages unless I visit family.
Mm.
And it's quite it is once you get it right, then you can repeat the experience.
Mm.
It's good. But now I'm starting to have fun with those as well, even with the
Mm.
Persian ingredients, and start creating my own fusion.
Yeah. It's not just.
I enjoy doing that, even though I really like the authentic flavors, but I really like to. I wonder what happens if I mix these together. I
Yeah.
always do that.
It's not just art you do, Ro, because you do acting as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do act. I act and sometimes and performance as well. Doing a live performances. That's something I really enjoy on the side. Whenever is the right occasion, it's just something that's
Yeah.
because it's
What
very
have
different
you
to
What
acting.
have you done? What have you done?
Um, I've done some short films recently, and this is one of them is still in post production. It's called Unwrapped. Um, and then there was Walkout One, which was another speaking role I had. It was really good. I enjoyed that very much, and that was by Rehman Sedani,
All
and
right.
it was a
Okay.
Jerwood Prize, and a film and video umbrella project that they had funded it and produced it, and it was beautiful. It was really beautiful, and you can see it on. It's available on Vimeo. I can send you the link later.
Yeah. Please. Yeah. Yeah.
It's yeah, and I've done like then some music videos and other short films. There's like lots of short films, the speaking and non-speaking. So I'm just doing them here and there whenever there's a possibility, and especially with the whole lockdown thing, it's been limited. But I've been doing some projects here and there. Done some extra work. Um, I was disappointed to see that I was supposed to be featured in 1980 in Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah.
You can only see my leg. It's very disappointing. My leg is in it.
All right. That's interesting then.
I was very disappointed, and I really didn't like the film, so I was double disappointed to see like, oh, I'm not even in it. My leg is in it, and it would have been a really cool scene because I was there with a goat holding this really cool goat. The goat was called Richard the Third. It was a huge goat, and it kept tried to eat my costume. So it was a really challenging scene, and I worked very hard for it. But what a shame, it ended up on the floor. But uh, but it was great fun. I'm just so glad I experienced that. It was very, very funny. But yeah, just you can see me in last Christmas
All right.
as a homeless in a queue waiting for soup in a soup kitchen.
All right. Okay.
The you can't miss the hair. I mean, you probably can because lots of people got big hair.
Yeah. I was going to come on to that actually. That was my next. Well, that was my question after. But
Can
when
I
did?
ask before you ask the question? Can I ask for another request for an
Yeah.
image?
Yeah. We got a crab here.
Crab. Oh yeah, yeah, crab. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, you go on. You were going to ask me a
Yeah. Yeah.
question.
Yeah. Well, we're only because we got a list here from different people. Um, when you kind of like do your acting and everything, and what kind of films or programs would you like to do? What is your?
I really love to do mixture of anything, to be honest. Especially if it's a challenging role. If it's something that is not very close to my character, I would really love that.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I love horror. Horror for me is that's my favorite genre. So I would really love to do some horror movies. So far, I've done kind of one. Um, it's not too scary, but I would love some. Yeah, would we really enjoy that? Um, and yeah, just I like to stretch myself to different directions. So
Mm.
the, I like a bit of challenge. And so far, whatever I've done, the speaking roles I've had, they are challenging because they're very different to how I am, what I'm used to, and because it's quite for me, it's very easy to be in front of a camera, so I can easily play characters that are like me, and that would be super easy. But I like to um, become characters that um, are not very close to the way I usually am, like really horrible. Like I'm usually quite smiley. I can be horrible too.
Mm.
I can, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying I'm a wonderful person, but my default mode is smiley happy. So if I'm doing roles that is really miserable and or very horrible and angry, I would really like those because I feel like I'm actually accessing parts of myself that I don't always
If
express.
your
So,
if your partner had to say three things about you, what would he say?
if he was gonna say three things about me,
Yeah.
I think he would say funny because we make each other laugh quite a lot. Um, fun is definitely one of them. Creative and
Right.
chaotic
Chaotic.
because I make a lot of mess always every time I'm doing anything. It's
All
like
right.
everything all over the place. But I'm very
Uh,
good at tidying it, chaos and order, hand in hand. But
who? I've got a question here for you from our radio site. Hi, ma'am. I love the drawing. It's
thank you.
it's very interesting. It's
Thank you so much.
um, who is the main cook in your house?
Um, it's actually both of us. My partner's a very, very good cook. Very good. And I would say at the start it was mostly him, but I think there is a balance now. So we both cook.
Right.
It's nice to take turns actually.
Okay.
And some weeks might be more me and then some weeks might be more him, but between us we both like to feed one another.
What was I say? Um, if you were on a desert island, what two things you would take with you?
A desert island.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it would take a lot of water, mainly.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay.
And um two things. Okay. How hot is it?
How hot is it? I do not know. I just got a question. How hot is it? Well, I don't know. They just said a desert island. That's a difficult question. What two things would I take with me? Oh gosh, that's a
I would also take a very large fabric and water
yeah.
because sunblock runs out, but I can cover myself with fabric and not get sunburn. And
Yeah,
when
that's
it's cold, I can wrap myself because in the evening it's going to get cold, so I can definitely keep myself warm with it. And I'm probably going to kill something and eat it. There's got to be something alive.
yes, that crowd there.
There, it already looks.
he's, he's saying no, don't eat me.
Not me.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. What else we got? What other questions we got coming up?
Oh no, maybe I should take a magnifying glass as well because then I can make fire.
That's a good
Hmm.
idea. But that's
How much
three things.
fire would I need? No, but yeah, depends on what's available. I need more information to prepare. But
Yeah, yeah,
for my
yeah. Let us know. I haven't got a clue what I'll take with me. Um, um, you don't know. Hmm.
more recommendation suggestions for imagery. I've
Yes,
got the
hang on
crab.
for a
I've got the
second.
shark.
There is something I just saw. Um, can you do a person walking past the swan?
A person walking past the swan.
Yeah,
Would it be okay if I just put a pair of legs? 'Cause there's no full place.
yeah, that'll do. I don't care. No.
I can't put a full person.
I had someone said, "Can you draw a person cuddling the swan?"
You wanted a person cutting this one,
No, cuddling the
cuddling
swan.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. It's gonna be very little person though.
Yeah, it's getting a bit strange now. Yeah.
Good, good. I like it.
Oh dear.
I like it strange. Strange is good.
Okay. How about these then? Hang on.
We want to move away from real life.
Right. Um, where is it? Uh, can you draw a dinosaur?
I've already done Nessie. Wouldn't that
Yeah.
count?
Yeah. Does that count? Done Nessie? All right. Okay, that's fine. What else is it? We've got. Um,
I can try another dinosaur.
no, no, no. What else is it? A sandcastle. What?
The sandcastle. Okay.
I'm just saying what they got. Sandcastle person. Um, two people playing volleyball. What? Um,
Two people playing volleyball.
yeah. Um, someone playing a guitar. Could be your old man.
A man playing a guitar.
Mm. They're coming in now. Weirder, aren't
Good. I mean, they're not weird. They're not weird.
they? Good.
Okay, this dinosaur is a prehistoric creature and is not been discovered yet because it doesn't really look like any of the dinosaurs we know.
Can you imagine if all those animals were together? They're great big. The dinosaur.
This is not really a dinosaur. I don't know what this is. Let's call it a dinosaur.
What is that?
I don't know. It's a
That is
kind of a
Jaws.
dinosaur.
That's Jaws. That reminds me of Boris. Here comes Boris Johnson. Are you into politics, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I was just asking. That was all.
No, no, no. I mean, no, no. I'm just saying why. Why politics? Why?
Well,
No,
I'm just
no.
asking
I'm
what.
just. Yeah, it's not fun enough.
All right. Okay.
And I mean, I have a very pessimistic worldview, so I don't need to
Mm.
constantly be confirmed about. Oh, I was right. Yeah, I don't need that. So I like to stay. I like to stay optimistic
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and focus on maybe manifesting a different kind of reality.
What is your reality?
My reality is really fun. My reality is really fun.
Right.
My
Okay.
reality is colorful and it's also dark because I allow a healthy dose of darkness in there. It's very healthy. Um, and my reality is very magical. So it's very kind of connect to um, lots of different dimensions that are not necessarily physical. And I just have my own little routines and rituals that I enjoy
Okay.
and
So
just keep it very just like to try a lot of new things. but at the
All
same
right.
time, I have certain comforting things that I always have around. Like, need to have a certain, like, I like to have my herbal teas. Definitely need my coffee. Need the very basic things to
Yeah, yeah.
feel content and happy. And definitely need comfy, warm clothes, and just love to create this cave space in my room and just have colored lights and yeah, feel really cozy. And I really like to have a lot of visualization, and I enjoy having that connection to imaginary worlds. Really enjoy it.
Are you spiritual?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm also a psychic, so that's part of my world is very much in that. I work as a psychic as well, so I get kind of connections to clients and I mean, it's like a journey that it takes me to very new
Ah,
places as well, depending on each client and
ah.
what they
That's
need help with.
that's interesting.
So it's really really fun. It's I and it was so unexpected because I didn't expect to end up here. I always loved this magic and world of just the spiritual world has always been interesting for me, always
Right.
since I was very young. And but I never saw myself in it in this way. So it was a surprise. I was doing a performance, being an oracle in a cave. It was this really interesting space that looked like a cave. So I was inspired to just try something new and be an oracle, perform an oracle, and just it was an experimental performance, and people came, and it was like interactive, and um, and then I realized, oh, actually, I can see things about these people. Wow. So that got me into becoming a psychic. But it was that performance. If I hadn't done it as a playful thing, I wouldn't have
Hmm.
realized I could do it.
Hmm. I'm not trying to put negativity on you,
Hmm.
but many people will say about being a psychic.
Yeah.
It's not. You know, it's not real. What can you say to those
Well,
people?
it's that it's okay to be skeptic. A lot of people are.
Yeah, yeah,
And I was even kind of not this skeptic, but I didn't realize that how deep this world went and how real it was. I always thought, oh, obviously some people can do things like that, but I always felt that it was still part of the fantasy and just not a fairy tale and not really a real world until I realized, wow, it's actually um, quite common to be a psychic as well as people that are working as psychics and the people that believe in it. It's just
yeah,
it's
yeah,
so people that don't believe it and for them it doesn't exist because they haven't explored it and they haven't opened that door. But once you open that door, you realize, oh, it's more common than you thought. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. And even for
yeah,
me, it was a real surprise when I found out that it was actually a lot more common than I thought. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
why I'm listed on Yale. Like the directory for that you get all businesses. There is a big,
Oh yeah.
big section over this for psychics. And when you just realize how many people are listed in there, rated, with people
Yeah.
giving them reviews and just as a an obvious business, then you can see how common it is. It's
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, if people don't believe it, it's fine.
yeah.
It's a personal choice.
Yeah. I say because I'm a Christian. I don't believe in that.
Yeah, of
But
course, it's a personal choice to
yeah, yeah,
go there, but it doesn't necessarily for me. It doesn't contradict any other religions. It
I
doesn't.
know that. I know that. But what I'm trying to say is like, I get people on guests who does ghost hunts and stuff like that. Who does kind of like go around and looking for ghosts
Yeah, yeah. It,
and
it would be. I've never done that, but it would be fun.
I've been skeptic and I said to him like I believe it when I see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Of course. I mean, a lot of these things. are not based on things that you can see with physical eyes. Sometimes you probably can. I haven't personally had encounters with ghosts, but I've definitely been in places that really felt that it felt different. Like I said, there was a certain energy. So my experience being like in feeling energy. For example, when I do the readings for people, it's not about like the way I approach it is that I don't believe that I have the right to necessarily guide people into a specific way because I think it's everybody's choice to um make the choices themselves, and they need to be responsible for their own life, not wait for somebody else to tell them what to do. So my approach is very different to other types of reading. My approach is to really looking at the present
Yeah.
and more using that ability to looking at the present and seeing what needs work and what is out of balance, and mostly just shining the light on anything emotional that needs healing, anything that is basically empowering people how to improve their lives by basically self-love and personal development. And it's very different to other ways of like reading, which is you tell people this is going to happen to you and then that's going to happen to you, and because that's very limiting, and I don't think we have the right to be so direct about that. I always keep it make it very obvious that we make the choices. We are responsible for our lives. We can't rely on somebody else telling us what to do or which way to go. So my approach is different. And a lot of people, when they come for a reading, they want that. They want to be told what's going to happen or when is it going to happen or how, because there's just what's the fun in knowing everything as well. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so I don't always have the best business model. I put a lot of people off, and sometimes I ask them like, if you want that kind of reading, I'm not doing that. It's more about empowering you and showing you what you need to work on. And yeah, basically most of the time encouraging people to become a spiritual and more go towards God, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah.
work with angels quite a lot. So
Yeah.
um yeah. Most of my guides are basically getting the guidance through angels.
Okay.
And it's so yeah, like the way I see it, the way I do the readings, I don't think it doesn't matter what faith people are um from. So it would, it's not taking them away from their beliefs and their religion. If anything, enhancing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. What else we got on here?
What else?
Um.
So I've got a weird dinosaur. I've got a man playing guitar. Was it playing volleyball? That's challenging.
Yeah, we got two people saying, "Can you draw? Can you draw two people playing volleyball?"
Two people playing volleyball. I certainly can. Can they play with the dinosaur?
Yeah. Play with dinosaur.
Dinosaur really wants to play.
So, while you're home now, then what are you? Have you been doing anything else since you've been home?
What do you mean?
Have you been doing any work, or have you been? Or,
Trying to think. What have I been doing? Um, well, I'm working on some instruction videos.
all right.
That's something because I'm building up. and creating a course. And so that's something that's been brewing. I haven't done it yet, but I'm definitely that's something that I have to work on because I made a pledge that
All
now I
right.
have to really do it. I'm being held accountable.
All right.
So
Okay.
being held accountable. So um what else? I've been making textiles. I'm making things like this,
All right.
like the spirals, making like decorative patterns, making these out of old patterns. So most of the time I've been home doing I did some modeling.
All right. Okay.
Um and what else happened? But a lot of performance act well, a lot of acting stuff has been very quiet in
Yeah, I'm
January
surprised.
especially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And but there's some stuff in the pipeline happening. There's always little projects here and there. So there's some um like adverts and things like that that I've applied for and is kind of moving um towards a deadline. Like some details are still finalizing and things like that. So, but I had a really quiet January and many um in a way it was really good that I didn't really have to be anywhere and I could just focus on things I need, little things I needed to do at home. So it's been really kind of, I've been in a cave, I've been hibernating. It's been a really good hibernate. And I needed that so much, needed that a lot. And January is always like this, and these days even more.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's been okay. I've been embracing it, you know. There's no
Good.
point
Good.
in
It
just
can be.
saying, okay, what's
Yeah.
the best thing I can do? And just a lot of inner work, actually. I had to do a lot of kind of reflecting. And I was also learning little courses here and there and just adding to all that I need to learn here and there, just enjoying some online courses on Zoom. How about yourself?
I've just been busy doing this.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time already anyway. So how many
Oh,
days a week do you do this? Because I haven't tuned
seven
in all
days
the
a week,
time. Every day.
every
Wow.
day. Yep.
Wow. Then you have no, yeah,
Yeah. So what we
no
do
time
is,
to do anything else.
well, the trouble is, what we do is we during the day sometimes we have people on talking about like alcohol and drugs and everything, and
Yeah.
well, this is to kind of like when we first started. We started last year, and
Yeah.
mainly for people who had mental health problems and who was lonely or
Yes.
you know
How
then
wonderful that you've created this. This is fantastic to support because a lot of
yeah
people are like, this is difficult. It's very
yeah
hard.
then what I think it was September
Yeah.
when we felt that there was a need to open it up to everybody.
Yes.
And then we went on radio. We started our radio as well and
Yeah.
podcast. And now it's gone bigger. And I think it's around about like 20,000 people now on our radio.
Fantastic. That's lovely. So
And
wonderful. Well done. Well done.
and a lot of people, we love having people coming back all the time.
Yeah. And this is how you build a community because people coming back, people get to know them, and
Yeah.
there is this lovely sense of community that you create, that
Oh
people
yeah.
could have this
Yeah.
sense of belonging, and it's beautiful.
Yeah. We like to look after people who kind of like who come on because at the end of the day, one day they might need help themselves. So,
Yes.
and when we, and also what is good as well is like if people need help,
Yeah,
you know, we have like counselors on board and
that's fantastic.
we can
Just
recommend people.
yeah, yeah. And you know, if we just it's so easy to be focusing on all the things in the world that is crumbling and not working and all it's you know, it's a very helpless place if we only focus on that. And we can really pull ourselves out of those um because a lot of the fear, a lot of it, of course, there's real fear and there's a real pandemic and struggles, real struggles everywhere, which is very real and everybody's feeling it. But the more we focus on that, you know, we get trapped in it. It's important to learn to elevate ourselves
Oh
and
yeah,
have
okay.
this, you know, different put the focus on something else. And it's all our mind is a very powerful thing. It's so easy
Yeah.
to change it and have fun and do something that is enjoyable and
But
just it changes everything.
yeah, I think the best thing about it is like my wife came on board too because she does all the bookings
Fantastic.
bookings
It's
for
so
me and
lovely that
stuff.
you do this together. It's lovely
Yeah,
teamwork.
yeah, we love it. Yeah,
It's fantastic.
yeah. She kind of like speaks to people and say like when you want to come on.
Yeah.
But we
Can I
not we
say
are,
something,
yeah.
something like a little tip that I always love to share? Um, one thing if I don't do regularly, I find it's so easy to get lost and it's kind of feel a bit confused because I jump from one thing to another. I definitely got ADD. I just do something and then move something else, and then I'm just
Yeah, yeah.
circulating between so many different things. And it's not really a problem because I eventually get lots of different things done because I'm keep moving in that circle, keep coming back to different tasks that I've left halfway done. But if I don't start my day in a balanced way, it gets a lot harder to get things done and be on top of things and
Yeah.
find a better balance in myself. So it's really important for me to, when I start the day, have a little bit of a moment of quiet, starting with the coffee. Don't look at my phone, even though I'm so tempted to just straight go to my phone. Just leave it on the side a little bit, have a little notebook, think about what I dreamt about, try to write it down, and just talk to myself a little bit and decide, what does this say about? What am I gonna do? just just have a little prayer, you know, just have that start, gentle start for the day, but also bringing a bit of structure. And
Yeah.
that helps so much.
Yeah, it certainly does.
And if I don't do that, if are days that I'm just rushed into things, I kind of feel a bit out of balance.
Yeah. I've met some wonderful people though, wonderful people, and it's been really good.
Yeah. No, it's wonderful that you have this community, you've created this community and creating the support.
It certainly need it.
Yeah. Yeah. More than ever, we need communities now.
We're focusing on mind. We uh, last year, well, we only started it in December when we had a charity event in December
Yeah.
when we had different, you know, you know, with different people coming in,
Yeah.
from all backgrounds. Like we had Elvis's,
Ah,
tribute
fantastic.
tribute artists. We had people coming in and playing guitar. We had comedians, and we're going to do it again. And to
That's
raise.
lovely.
Yeah, yeah. It was really worked. So
So fun. And all day, you're doing that all day.
yeah, we did it last time all day.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Oh yeah, but we kind of like, it's for a good cause, so that's what
Yeah.
we do it for. So
So how do you plan? How is it done? Is one person after another?
yes, yes. So what we do is we have someone called Paul who he's a Elvis tribute artist,
Yeah.
and what he does all the time, and so what would happen is that there will Paul will contact you and say, right, you're on like one, say about 1:30, say, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he has to tell you to come on around about like 1:15 for like sound check
Yeah.
and things like that. It's not done on here; it's done on Facebook
Yes.
because it's much better. And then what you do is you do sound checks and all that. Then you just go live, and there's a little
Nice.
down the bottom. There's a little like just giving page where people donate.
Yeah.
Um, and it doesn't come to us; it goes right to the charity.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's how we do it.
Ah, well, I'll definitely love to be involved.
Yeah, yeah. We yeah, we do all sorts. It's just kind of like we just started doing a men's group
Yeah.
for mental health people. We start that Wednesday,
Yeah.
so that's quite good for just for men. Um, and I think they're doing a women's group soon as well.
Hmm.
But it's just what we're trying to do is to get to. It's a big community, and we're trying to get everybody together.
Yeah. Wonderful. And well done for doing this. Well done for bringing people together like this
Yeah.
and creating a positive vibe.
Well, I was offered like a podcast. They call it the Podcast Awards,
Yeah.
and get an award like newcomer type thing. But
Yeah.
I don't want an award. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, awards to me, don't mean nothing. All what I want to do is help people.
Yeah, exactly. But it's nice that, it's good to be recognized and for more people to find out about it. I think that that's what the awards are good for, rather
Yeah, yeah,
than needing it. But, it's just, it would create more exposure and,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it just help you grow in that
yeah.
sense. It's a good thing. But yeah, to do things for award, I'm not really into that.
No, no. I didn't do it because of get doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Suggestions? I've got this instead of two people, there's the dinosaur and the person playing volleyball. Is that okay?
it's like a comic strip.
Yeah, I
Any,
love comics.
anything else, guys? Because we got 20 minutes left. That's all we got. So I'm sure Marianne wants to go to bed too. Um,
I'm happy. I need to let me know when
yeah, yeah,
we have.
yeah.
I can just keep going. I'm enjoying myself very much.
Yes, but you need to see his boyfriend sometime.
Yeah,
He's
it'd
probably
be
asleep on.
nice to for.
He's probably asleep sometime now,
No,
isn't he?
no, he's working on his music in the other room.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Would you like to see him? I can call him.
Yeah, say hello. Yeah, yeah, go on.
Ben! I'm not sure if he can hear me.
Don't forget we're still live, by the way.
Ben? Okay, this is Ben.
Oh, hi.
Can you see
Hi,
him?
Hi there.
Hold on,
hi.
hold on.
How are you?
Kind of deep in a composition of flow
Okay.
right now, as you can see.
Um,
Can you see Ben? There he
yes,
is.
yeah. We
Yes.
love
This
you
is
to come
Benjo
on.
Brazil. He was
We,
just actually very deeply in his
yeah,
creation mode. So
yeah. Ben, we would love you to come on sometime. Yeah.
Okay, going back to this. Hold on, hold on. Let me see. Can we see everything?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay. So, what else?
What else can we do? Um, there's not enough space, is it? Really?
We still have a little bit more space here. We have some space here.
Tornado.
What? Sorry?
but, but my wife said, "Can you draw an ape?"
Oh yeah, of course.
An ape, of course. An ape on the beach with a crab and a dinosaur.
Why not? Let me
Uh,
find a nice place for the ape. Nice
you got.
place for the ape. Ape. Hmm.
She's trying to find a space for an ape.
Yeah, I kind of want to find an appropriate. Is there such a thing as an appropriate place for the ape?
uh, mm.
Hmm.
Well, what we're going to do with the pictures, Maryam's going to donate it,
Yes.
and we're going to raise money, so we're going to put it into auction, and she's going to sign it for us. See?
Yes.
Yeah. See? Yeah. Put it on the wall. Uh, um. Just trying to figure out where we can put it. Mm. There's nowhere really, is it?
Is this an ape? I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay.
It looks like a tiger.
That do a tiger. Call me tiger.
You want a tiger?
You're funny. Mm.
That's a tiger.
There you go. Got a tiger in. Oh, I like that little tiger.
It's a good tiger, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, good tiger. Yeah. What's the biggest? I've got a question here. What's the
Yeah.
biggest art piece you ever done?
Mm, let me think. Um, the biggest. Well, I did probably. Well, there was one piece I did. It wasn't one piece. It was series of papers put next to one another, which kind of created the big work, which was about I don't know, like 4 meters,
Right.
four
Okay.
meters wide.
Okay.
But also I've done for my final in Iran, I did large canvases that you would roll. Was like 3 meters wide and about 2 meters high.
Right.
So though that was probably, yeah, those ones were the biggest I've done. But then after that, I would say the wall that I did was the biggest. The wall that we did
All right,
for
okay.
Trump's visit. That was very big.
Trish,
Um,
yeah. Trisha here says, my daughter is 18 and she wants to go to um, art school.
yeah.
Could could you give her some advice?
Um, which where are you based?
She is based for in London,
Yeah.
Hounslow. Hounslow.
I mean, it's better if I can have a chat to her and just kind of maybe give her some links and ideas. That probably would be easier to
Okay.
because it's quite but
Yeah.
what is her interest mostly? Like what is her um what excites her what is it that excites her most in art?
What is it too? She loves life drawings, landscapes.
So she
Um,
likes drawings or other areas that she also likes?
yeah, yeah. Landscapes, buildings.
Hmm.
You can see. My daughter goes to Trafalgar Square quite a bit, and she sits
Yeah,
there
fantastic.
and drawing different buildings.
Excellent. Because that's it, when you're really enjoying the process and you just go for it and you, without anybody asking you, just like to draw, it shows that that's the way you need to go. Of course, you have to go
Yeah,
for studying art. But yeah, we can, if you pass my details, we can have a chat and I can,
yeah, I will do. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's probably easier.
yeah. I sit. My daughter sits there all day sometimes, and she draw people even sitting down. She has drawn people eating, and actually talking to other people. It's been really good.
That's lovely. Well done.
Yeah,
And it's a lovely thing doing this, doing art outdoors because it really opens up conversations. Every time I've done anything outdoors, um, like sometimes I would sit, I haven't done it in ages, but sometimes I would just sit on the side of the street and just do some work. Like it was once I had to finish an exhibition and the place I was using was not suitable and wasn't inspiring enough. It was had a very dead space. I needed to be outdoors, and I realized that I really love painting in public. So I
yeah,
was
yeah,
doing it next to this bridge, under this bridge next to the canal in Paddington. And just the conversations, people would come and we'd have a chat, and I just found it far more exciting and inspiring doing that outdoors than in an isolated place. So it's a
yeah,
wonderful
yeah,
way of connecting to people when you're in public, and just do your thing and just allow the life around you to
yeah.
inspire you.
Mark wants to know, can you draw a skull?
Yeah, sure, I could draw a skull. Skulls were my favorite things to draw when I started learning.
All right, okay.
And I was at primary school, and the teachers were wondering, why are you drawing skulls? Because like all the drawing books, I had a couple of drawing books, and they had, and obviously you had to, there were like drawings of a skull, and you
Uh-huh.
needed to learn the structure of the face. And I just love doing skulls, and my teachers were quite concerned about, why are you doing skulls? This is horrible. It's a sign of death. It's like, okay, I'm learning to draw.
Right.
But I'm gonna make it a happy skull. I'm gonna give it a flower. Like a Day of a Dead flower. Like the Day of a Dead skull.
Plenty of plenty's happening in this picture, though, isn't it?
Yes. It's a very rich image. Okay, what else?
What else? Don't think there is.
What is that? I'm not quite sure what that is. I've drawn something, I'm not sure what it is.
Could be a book.
It could be a book, you're right. Here you go.
I think that's it. I think. Anyway, I think we've run out of time here.
Okay, let me put my name down.
So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of like, Maryam said that we can kind of like donate this, and so if anybody interested in this auction, um, what we do is we're going to let Maryam know, and somehow we will pay for it to kind of be sent to you. Don't come, don't give us, just let us know if you're interested. This will be sent out to various pages tonight and tomorrow, and the highest bidder will get it. And we got to thank Maryam.
I'm
Thank
just
you so
gonna
much.
do a little bit of what happened to my image? Can you still see me? Because I can't see myself.
I can see you, yes.
Okay. My screen is gone.
No, I'm riding away. I'm riding away here myself. I'm happy
Yeah,
now.
I'm gonna do a little bit more detail and shading, but it's pretty much finished. Maybe I just add a little bit more details to
Brilliant.
kind of finish it off. But this was so much fun, and I hope I managed to get all the requests in there. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, you missed quite a bit. We're
Oh, did
out.
I?
Do you want to read this? Because
I can't see. Hold on.
there you go. There you go. This is some of the comments tonight we had. And thank you very much for joining us. Don't know where Mary Ann's. Oh, here she goes.
Yeah. Sorry, I was very frozen and I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
There you go for that. Then we had some other comments. Hang on for a second. We had Mohammed.
thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you so much for joining in. I was wondering if I know Mohammed. I was like, yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Aslam. Yeah, there's funny bigger.
So yeah, so um, we've had 5,000 people on our radio station, and we had around about 80 messages. So it's quite good, very
That's
good,
lovely. How
and
exciting.
everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah, sorry if I didn't manage to follow the messages on time, but thank you for reading them. Thank you, Mohammed. It was so nice that you joined in. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
brilliant.
Mohammed is one of my actor friends. We met on set.
All right, what is he an actor then, is he?
He's an actor, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what we
We were in
want
a
to do.
Bollywood movie together.
All right, so you need to contact me. We could give you an interview.
Yeah, Mohammed, if you're still there, you must,
Yeah.
I have already shared in the group. I mentioned,
Yeah.
I'm going to remind him because I remember you're asking me to spread around,
Yeah. Please. Yeah.
tell
Yeah.
people. So I did mention in the group that we are on WhatsApp, the group that
Mm.
he runs, but I'm gonna
Yeah. Thank
encourage
you.
them
Thank you.
again.
Thank you very much. Anyway, thank
Thank
you
you
for
so
Maryam.
much.
All right. Thank you, and see you very soon. Love you too. Bye
See you
bye.
very soon, and thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everybody that took part.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
There you go. That was brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Maryam, for your time. And we went overboard a bit, over time a bit. But there you go. We didn't have nothing else to do, guys, did we? Good evening. Good night. God bless.